Biggest wahala where China gets for Africa, the biggest challenge that China is currently facing in Africa is Nigeria. Yes, and I'll tell you why in this particular video. See, the Chinese know it. And that's why you see China is trying to find other ways to see how they can maintain their dominance and their power in Africa. Before I start talking about the wahala where Nigeria they give China and how Nigeria is China's biggest problem in Africa. You understand? Let me first of all explain to you how China did it and what makes China great. You know, because of China, we Africans, we suppose they're grateful. Because of China. Because of China, we can use phone, affordable phone. Phone cheap because of China. Clothes cheap because of China. Cars are cheap because of China. Technology is cheap because of China. Everything in this world is cheap because of China. China is the one that has made everybody to be able to afford. We have even solar panels, generators. There's nothing that China hasn't helped the world with. Because if it was left for America and Europe with their technology and their markets the way they were going, Africa would... Who born us for get iPhone? How? Who born us? Who born us to enjoy all this cheap technology in Africa and other parts of the world? Who born us? We don't forget them. Because with America, the prices would have been that high up there. With Europe, with those companies, Apple, all of that. The only reason why tech and everything dropped and became cheap is because of the approach that China brought. So when America drops one phone, China, before they are releasing the phone, China is dropping like 1 million copies of that very phone. 1 million copies is everywhere in the market. So America is like, America, they release one iPhone. China, they drop millions of the same copy. America is confused, like, how are these people doing it? And that's how China dominated and penetrated. They came with cheaper and faster means. It was not the best, but it was cheaper and it was faster. So that's how they conquer America, conquer Europe. Now, Nigeria is doing the same thing. The way Nigeria is doing their own, you got to fear Nigeria, bro. You got to look at Nigeria like this, as a Nigerian or as an African. You're supposed to look at Nigeria now. They ask yourself, wow. If you are a Nigerian living in Nigeria and you didn't think far to become a billionaire, to become a millionaire, blame yourself, no blame government. Right now, I'm seeing how people are agitating. They won't go outside, they won't go strike. I just laugh. I say, make we see how it's going to be now. Make we see how it's going to be. But the destiny of every Nigerian now is in their hand. Why? Let me tell you why. Before I tell you why, I'll give you another example. Right now in China, you don't need to have a business to make money. Yes. If you can just even travel to China now, you don't need a job. You don't need to have a business. All you need to do is go to the factories where they are producing all these things. Look for customer clients in Nigeria and Africa. Link them to factory. Deliver to them. Buy. Deliver to them. You make a lot of money. Because the price in China, the factory, is extremely affordable and extremely cheap. You understand? But look at, we all know of this place in Nigeria. How do they call the place? I'm forgetting the name. I talked about it. Newi and all those places. In Anambra. You understand? Nigeria today is the only country in Africa whereby when Nike release a dress, if Nike release a dress today, by tomorrow, Nigeria has produced that dress in thousands of numbers. Or I can guarantee you that all the big brands you are wearing in Africa is made in Nigeria. I can guarantee you for sure that all the Nike you're wearing, all the Louis Vuitton you're wearing, all the big brand, Versace, all of them that you're wearing, they are made in Nigeria. All the ones, unless you go buy your own from Turkey or China. But even those of you, some people will still buy it in Nigeria, come and tell you that they bought it in Turkey. Because you go to Anambra, immediately they are releasing a Louis Vuitton bag. The factories are there in Nigeria. They're already producing it in tons and tons and tons, putting it in the market. That is the competition. That is technological advancement. That is the same strategy China used. That is the same strategy India is using. And it's the same strategy Nigeria is using. And by the time Nigeria continues in this direction, not just in clothing, because the only thing that is limiting Nigerians now is technology. Those factories, we don't yet have all those big factories that are producing maybe tech related items in large quantities. Nigeria has tech production already going on, mobile phones, laptops, and all of that. But the quantity, you understand? That's where the limitation is coming from. Maybe because the government is not funding that sector. There's no funds yet. But when it comes to clothing brands and other items, Nigeria, they run on sharp, bucket, anything, household equipment, Nigeria, they run on sharp. As America company, they release new brand, new anything, in Nigeria, they run up sharp. So that is where China will have to face a problem, because China is losing the African market. China is losing the advantage they had in Africa because of this rise in Nigeria, because of this boom in Nigeria. China, they know that their position is already threatened. So China has to look for different ways. They have to think fast. They have to think quick to see how they can overcome this. But I don't see how. Because Nigeria will give China a very big headache. Nigeria has the population. Nigeria has the market. Before goods will leave China to enter Cameroon, leave China to enter Ghana, leave China to enter any African country, it's easier for them to leave Nigeria and enter. Because right now, when you look at those who are into fashion and all these clothing businesses, you look at the advantage of buying your clothes from Nigeria or buying your clothes from China, you see that no, you better buy from Nigeria because it will come faster and you get quick turnover. That's why China needs to be worried. China, suppose they're worried because the way Nigeria is coming, Nigeria will replace them. Nigeria will take over the Chinese market in Africa, and China will not be very, very happy with that. So they have to think of a different strategy. But see, now I don't see a way out because Nigeria is developing in every corner. Right now, some vehicles, they are building a new manufacturing site where they will be manufacturing more and more cars. Everybody in Nigeria is trying to invest in something. Every Nigerian is trying to create something. Every Nigerian is trying to own a factory, own a refinery, own some. Just Nigerians just want to own something. And that is what drives economic growth. That is what drives success in every country. It is what it is. Your boy Ajay Magzi on this one. You know how I love doing this thing, man. Come back anytime you're free because there's always more beautiful videos just for you. God bless you. Cheers.